Oh, hello boys and girls. So, today we are going to go and look at area and perimeter a little bit further with more difficult examples. So, today we are looking at the area of a compound shape. Now, as you can see on my screen, I've got two shapes. These are compound shapes, okay? I've just prepared these so that you do not get bored as I'm trying to draw them out. Now, it's a compound shape because it can be seen as being made from other shapes. So, I am going to ask you, just want you to think, looking at the L shape first. How could we split this up? Okay. How could we split this up so it would be easier to calculate the area and the perimeter? So how could we split the L shape up into maybe rectangles and squares? Because we've been learning about rectangles and squares, it makes sense to be able to split it up into that. So have a wee think, look at the shape. How could you split it up? And then we will come back together and I will demonstrate. So have a wee think about that. Pause the video now. Okay, welcome back, boys and girls. So, you should have come up with, if we were to split the shape up into squares and rectangles, you could have done it that way. We've got a square and we've got a rectangle now. Or, there's a variety of ways to split it up. You could have done it that way. So, we have two rectangles instead of a square and a rectangle now. So both of them would have been right. Now, you could probably see that it would be much more easier to calculate the area now because we've got a 2 and 4 and then we've got a 2 at that side and a 3 at that rectangle, okay? So it makes it a lot easier to calculate the area, but we will go back into that more detail later. Now, let's look at the U shape. I want you to have a think, just to think. How would we split up this compound shape into squares and rectangles? Pause the video now. Okay, welcome back, boys and girls. You should have come up with, so we can see we've got 3 rectangles here. Or, you could, oh, oops, the daisy gone a bit too far. You could have come up with 2 rectangles and a square. Either way, we would have been absolutely fine, okay? Now, you could see from this, we could calculate the squares area because it's 2. And then each rectangle has 2 centimetres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimetres. So you could technically, if we calculated the area of this one, it would be 10 centimetres. And I'm sure the next side will be the same. 2 centimetres, 5 centimetres. So yeah, that'll be 10 centimetres. The area just this rectangle, okay? Just the area of this rectangle. So we've got 10, 10, and then the square would be 2 times 2 would be 4 centimetres. Now, what we need to do, what we need to do now, in order to find the area of the whole shape, we need to add it all together, okay? So, we've got 10 centimetres, add 10 centimetres, add 4 centimetres, which gives us 24 centimetres. So the area of that whole U shape is 24 centimetres. I want to try it. Let's try it with the L shape just so that you can see, because I'm going to ask you to do this on your own now. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Let's see. Right, okay. So let's do it down this way. We split it this way, but again, it doesn't matter how you do it. So we've got 2 centimetres at this side and 2 centimetres at that side. We have for this rectangle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know this is a little bit difficult, boys and girls, because that's in the way. 5 centimetres and 2 centimetres that way. So you could see my steps in what I've done there. First of all, with a compound shape, you split it up. That's the first step. You split it up. Then you've got to find the length and the width measures, okay? Then we need to times the 2 length and the width together to find the area of each section. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. Oh, and I forgot to put the centimetre squares at the end, so I'll have to remember to do that. Now I need to add the 2 areas together to get the final answer, which is 14 centimetres squared. I hope that makes sense, boys and girls. So when you get a compound shape like this, the first thing you need to do is split it up, okay? Because it's just too difficult. And it's overwhelming as well when you see big shapes like that. So what I want you to do is I want you to go and practice splitting up compound shapes and using the steps that I've given you to complete the worksheet attached. I am going to put the success criteria up, and I'm also going to attach a sheet for you to practice, okay? So you'll see it on the lesson. There'll be a practice sheet you can practice on, and just get confident before you go onto the worksheet, okay? It'll be a sheet like this, and you could draw on top of it, and that will be before you add the response, okay? So you could practice with the shapes that I add on. I will have the success criteria attached for you boys and girls to help you practice the steps, and then you could go on to do the worksheet, okay? Off you go.